Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What you are about to witness is the absolute pinnacle of gaming YouTube. Nowhere on the planet will you find a better gaming YouTuber, I swear. And now, with your host, Jibba73, the DoubleEShow! Dude, can I have $5 now?
What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the DoubleEShow. It's Moving Mondays with American Truck Simulator. And in today's episode, we are going to be hauling some flour, some food goods, from Salt Lake City, Utah to Burlington, Colorado. It's going to take a little time in game. That just says 30 hours remaining to get the job done. It's not how long it's going to take us to get there. $37,000. So let's do it. Let's hop in the truck, take park brake off, and we are going to pull out and to the left, I believe. And then, yeah, we're going to be making some wild twins here in a second. Make sure I don't get hung up on that wall. It's looking pretty good. And then wants me to go out and to the left and around the block. So I know in the last video I said that I was going to probably take off the winter mod since we had really hadn't had any snow, and then of course over the course of the weekend we had some snow. Well, over the course of the week here leading up to the recording, we had some snow. So yeah, so we're just gonna leave the snow mod in for a little bit until we don't have any more snow. Probably don't have a lot more snow left coming here. It's February. We usually don't have snow much past end of March, and March isn't always like a big snow month. It depends on what the weather's like in a given year. Right on. So anything? Come on, son. I pulled way out into that intersection, by the way. That was no bueno. I got a car coming right out behind me. No stop. Interesting. Interesting. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Oh, goodness. So, on the day that I'm recording this, it's actually Valentine's Day. But, you know, you're not going to see it on Valentine's Day. Right up here after the light. There we go. Okay. Really? Is this a detour? Can I not get up there? Hold on. I think we might have our first detour in game. Let's go to world map. If I can't get on there, I'd have to go down to here. So we might have to go this way. I think that's what's going to happen, because we have a detour. So yeah, we're going to have to go around. Right on. That's the first in-game detour, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. That's nifty that they've done that. It adds a little excitement. And you just take a quick look at your map and reroute it, and you're able to go. Right on. So yeah, as I was saying, it's actually Valentine's Day. Whoops! Oh, I left it in low gear. It's actually Valentine's Day, the day that I'm recording. So, you know, happy Valentine's Day. But when you see this, it won't be Valentine's Day anymore. I think I gotta stay in the right lane. Yeah, we're going to be heading into the downtown area here for a couple minutes till we get out on the highway. So, yeah, anyways, let's get on to the games. Coming up at 2 o'clock. Chalk. Still enjoying this great little puzzler. Nothing like I've played before on the channel. Definitely having fun with it. Definitely think it's adorable. The puzzles are challenging enough to keep you interested. I'm just really digging it. Very excited about this game. It's definitely one of those fun ones. Yep, I'm gonna come back over. I was in the intersection, so that wasn't really a red light for me. Gonna roll it. There you go. And then coming up at 2 o'clock, Prison Architect multiplayer with False Phoenix, Robbie Gaming, and myself, building the Pen Kitten Reformatory. Why does it want me to go this way instead of just going down to the highway and getting on? I'm just going down to the highway and getting on. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that little jog. I'm going down to the highway. I'm getting on the major on-ramp. Yeah, so we've been having a lot of fun doing the recordings. It's definitely more interesting when you've got other people you're messing with during the game. But yeah, the prison seems to be coming out pretty good, so hopefully you guys are watching that. And then Tuesday, Four Bearers, Hearth and Home. Yeah, watch the video. It's I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. But definitely needs to be watched. Especially if you were checking out the game and you wanted to know whether or not it was worth a buy. Or if it was a bust. Yeah, anywho. Wednesday. So, the Banished Red Ketchup Editor's Choice series ended. And what I've done for this week is kind of spotlight the mod. Talk about all the buildings that are offered in it. Go over what there is to build with it, you know. Give it its due diligence, because obviously, you know, you don't get to use all the buildings when you're building in the game. You can, but it's not always that easy. Sometimes you just run out of space, or you don't have a need for all the construction. So let's go. I want to try to get it up to a decent speed and set the cruise control. So, and I'm thinking with an 80-mile-an-hour speed limit, 70 would be pretty good. And then, of course, I come up to a hill, because that happens. Yeah. Put the flashers on. More than 20 miles an hour below the speed limit, so flashes are on. There you go. I can take the flashers off now. Get her up to speed. Come on, let's get her to 70. You can do it. There we go. Cruise control set. Put her in top gear. Let's roll on. Yeah, so I'm basically spotlighting the mod. He's getting ready to release version 1.3, which has a few new buildings, and then a whole new building set for the docks, which will be great to see. And when I do my next series, I'll be able to spotlight the new buildings during the series. And yeah, so, you know, keep an eye out for Wednesday's video. And I'll give you a little spoiler. My next series is going to be Red Ketchup's Editor's Choice, but with a custom map and with Discrepancy. He's another mod maker. I'm going to be using his DS Jetty and Bridge mod, which is required in order to use the DS Thompson Trade Merchants mod. Really cool buildings and a lot of cool pieces, and so I'll be utilizing those to build in the next series, along with Red Ketchup's Editor's Choice mod. So yeah, definitely, if you like the Banished stuff, you have that to look forward to in a couple of weeks. But moving on to Thursday, we've got Dupre. We are doing very well in Dupre. We have not had any major hiccups, knock on wood. We haven't had any crises, knock on wood. And we seem to be growing very well. We've gotten to the Pioneer level. In order to get to the Settlers level, I discovered something that might make it impossible for me to do so in the town of Nerd Night. I might have to expand and build a second town. But we'll find out in the next couple of episodes whether or not it's possible. But in this episode, we do discover that that is probably going to be the case. So definitely watch it. There's some good building that goes on. As usual, I think the videos have good building going on. So that being said, coming up at 2 o'clock on Thursday will be Tropical Siege. And funny story, so I recorded the video, and I thought I stopped the recording, right? But I hadn't. And I was going to, you know, do a bunch of stuff, and when I went to remux the video, it said there was 0 bytes of video captured. And I was like, you're kidding me. I did a whole episode. Now get this, I did a whole episode, recorded it, saved it in game, and I didn't record a single byte of video. And then in the game, I went ahead and deleted the autosave and deleted the backup saves, something I don't normally do, but for some reason my brain went wonky and I did that. So anyways, I thought I lost the entire episode, and I thought I lost all the progress made in that video, and so there wouldn't be continuity if I went back in and recorded it again. As it turned out, I just forgot to hit stop recording, and what happened was it was still recording, so it wasn't showing a calculated bytes of the video yet because I hadn't stopped recording. So when I hit stop recording, I actually had recorded like an hour and 40 minutes, the video itself, and then like an hour and 25 minutes or something like that, or an hour 20 minutes, whatever it was, of just blank screen and me hemming and hawing over different stuff. So it was a really dumb mistake, but the video was saved, it was there, no progress lost, continuity in check, and we progress on with some of the requests that have been made to us by the different factions. Yeah, and it's a cute video. It went very smoothly, which, knock on wood, doesn't always happen. And then moving to Friday, it's just Prison Architect multiplayer on Friday. Oh, wait a minute. Backing up, Wednesday at 2 o'clock, we have Prison Architect multiplayer as well. It would be episode 8, I believe. And then Friday will be episode 9. And we're kind of blowing through this prison pretty quick as far as construction goes. So that's a good thing. But it just means that it won't be a super long series since we're doing 3 a week. You know, which is pretty cool. Getting the interchange, get back on the highway that's actually headed towards Colorado. And I'm going to wait to resume cruise control until I know whether or not this speed limit is going to be 80. And it's looking like it is, so I will resume cruise control. So we're on I-70 now. Moving right along. They want it at Wednesday, say 6:30 in the morning, and it is Tuesday at 7:20 at night. So a little bit of a longer haul. I picked the longer haul on purpose because I thought with having the extra videos to talk about, it might be good to have a longer trip. Plus, I want to try to keep going east as much as I can to kind of get up into the New England area eventually. Boy, we're climbing one long hill. Jeez Louise. What was that? There we go. Here comes the speed. Right on. Had to go down a little bit of a hill to get that speed. But heading into Colorado, I don't know what kind of mountains I'm gonna hit. So we shall see. But back to Prison Architect, we are just blasting through the construction. So I'm thinking after this week we might only have one more week's worth of videos left, and I'm thinking in the last video we should try to play it single player escape mode. I don't know if you can do multiplayer escape mode, but if you can, we're going to attempt that. That'll be a lot of fun. But with that said, when the multiplayer is done, I already have plans and ideas for the next single player Prison Architect series. And I think, well, I know it's going to be using mods, and I think I'm going to try to do a style that I haven't done before. I tend to always build in a single section. I try to build, a lot of buildings connected together and things like that. And I think what I might do is attempt to do a minimum security, like a white collar prison with green space and casual yards and individual buildings and things like that. I think that'd kind of be cool to do and see whether or not that kind of functionality works. And if I can do that with minimum security prisoners with the minimum amount of guards needed, utilizing CCTV and door control, and maybe just a sniper tower, just to ensure that they don't get out of line. Minimal use of dogs. We shall see. We'll see how that goes. Oh boy. So as I play the game, it looks nice and smooth to me, but I am noticing in OBS, it's saying between like 16 and 20 frames per second, which, that's a thing. It kind of does that, and I'm not sure why. I have the settings as optimal as they can be based on the recommendation of others who record games. And with that, I also have the priority of OBS Studio elevated from normal to, I believe, high priority, so that way it gets first dibs on running the stuff. But since the game looks so smooth to me, I would hope that it would look smooth in the recording, and it looks smooth in the recording window. It's just really low frames per second. And I know that, you know, American Truck Simulator is not optimized well. It's not. A lot of people, you know, talk about that. And I know that my system is current upper middle range. Because I can't afford to go, you know, super expensive, all top components. You know, I can't do that. But it works well for me, and it works well for for the majority of games that I play. So that being said, let's take that off since it's just a long straight run and not really going anywhere. Let's pop back out. All over the road. What's this one again? Yeah, there we go. We're at road level there. I think if we're heading into Colorado, we'd see a lot more mountainous views. That's one thing with the Manfred map. You know, he's working on it slowly. I'm sure making coast to coast is not his job. He's probably got a day job, and he probably does this as a hobby. And the mere fact that he made it at all for the enjoyment of game players is, you know, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for any mod maker who puts in the time to make a mod for the enjoyment of others, because they don't have to. They can certainly make it for themselves. So it looks like we got about, I guess it'd be around 4 hours in game, which might be 20 minutes. So this might end up being a good portion of this edited out, for sure, because I am not going to have a 45-minute American Truck video, mainly because not all of you watch the videos of American Truck Simulator, and many of you don't watch all of it. So, all right, we're back underway. Yeah. Heading to Colorado. We'll get there. We're cruising right along. Speed limit 65. We're set at 65. We're going to run into traffic pretty quick. So I'm going to back it off to 60. There we go. I'll go around this way. I should never undertake anybody, but that's stupid the way they're driving. I'm doing 60 and a 65, and everybody is going really slow, probably because of the weather. All right, and we're coming into Burlington, Vermont now. Burlington, Vermont. Burlington, Colorado. You can tell I'm a New Englander. Yep. All right. So we're looking for a drop off. It's just up the road here. Not too far away. Take a right up here at the light. Turn on the 385 for a brief moment. Looking like it's right up here. Yep, must be in this 50% off place. Let's see if we can hit the X. Tell us where to pull into. Alright. Oh, geez, I'm crow. I didn't know that was the auto parking dialogue. Oh, well, that stinks. So we did 1.3% damage. We lost $1,900 on it, but we still made $35,797. Not bad. 725 miles. Took 13 hours in game. And we used a pretty good amount of fuel. So I'm going to click continue here. Come back out to the truck. So there you have it. We made it. We made it. Listen, if you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions as to any topics you'd like me to talk about on Moving Mondays, put them in the comments below, because I do read them. And with that, I will catch you next Monday for another episode of American Truck Simulator. Peace.
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.